So, do you look around lately and think, man, yeah, I am just not vibing with any of this anymore? The chaos, the drama, the bullshit, the old way of doing life, it just doesn't hit the same. It doesn't feel the same. You are craving more peace in your life. Your relationships even feel off. You're kind of sitting there like what's happening right now? Well, in my opinion, you're waking up. You're shifting into what I call the new human vibe. So, in this video, I'm going to explain what that actually means and how to know if you're in this shift and how to live from this next level, super high frequency every single day. So, what is mirrored back to you is just awesomeness. By the end of this video, things are going to click for you in a way that they probably haven't before. So let's start with the obvious. What's a new human? Or as I say, what's the new human vibe? The new human vibe is someone who's like totally done with, living by the old rules. You are unplugging from the fear matrix, from all the conditioning that says you have to hustle, grind, prove, and compare yourself, or keep everyone else happy just to feel worthy. Instead, you're waking up to the fact that you're not separate from source. You're literally an extension of source, and you're starting to live from that place. This isn't about being perfect. It's about being aware. You see your old patterns and mind loops for what they are, and you stop letting them run your life. Like they are no longer running the show. The new human vibe chooses alignment over fear, presence over distraction, and truth over comfort. You are building your life from the inside out instead of trying to fix the outside first with like controlling and forcing things. And that's why life starts feeling lighter, clearer, and way more connected because you're finally letting your highest self lead the way for you. You want alignment with what is highest and best for you, and you just want to know how to do it. That is a sign of someone in a new human shift. And that means you're ready to elevate. To really get this, you've got to understand the difference between the old frequency you were holding and the new one. Let's talk about 3D energy. This means you're driven by fear and survival, and you try and force and fix and control everything. You're constantly seeking approval of some kind or maybe proof of some kind. You react emotionally like you're triggered instead of responding consciously. In 5D energy, the new earth vibe, you live from inner alignment. You choose it. You trust that your energy leads and life follows. You're in sync. You create from love and presence, not from fear or struggle. You move with flow, not force. Let's touch on the 4D bridge. In 4D, you start seeing through the illusions, the fear, the programming, the fake stuff that used to run you, but you're not fully anchored in your new 5D frequency yet. You are waking up, but you're still detoxing from the old bullshit, your habits, your old identities. And this is totally normal. It's like waking up from a dream, but still having that groggy feeling, and you're like, where am I? You know, you're questioning everything, and people around you might even think that you've changed. But the truth is that you are changing, and this is all part of the process. So, how do you know if you're becoming a new human, if you're in this shift? I want to talk about a few signs, and you tell me what you think. You crave inner peace more than external approval, like every day of the week. You're not willing to fake the bullshit anymore. Old relationships or environments start feeling off or empty. You stop abandoning yourself. This is huge. This means you start saying no to the things you really don't want to do. The things you've been doing, just to keep other people happy or because you have been feeling obligated for so long. So you just kept doing something you didn't want to do. That version of you is done. So you don't go to that, the family get together if it's not what would feel really good to you. If staying home and having the house to yourself while everyone else goes, so you can lay around on a lounge chair and drink a glass of wine and stare at the sunset or read a book, if that was what feels best to you, then that's what you want to go with. You go with what feels good to you, not the, oh man, I'm so exhausted, but I have to go to this dinner or my sister's going to be pissed. No, the 5D way is to choose you and to choose what makes you feel good. And the universe aligns the rest. So remember, real self love is when you stop betraying yourself for other people's needs and comforts. You put yourself first. This is of maximum importance. It's key. Self love is a super high vibe, and you definitely want to keep the universe mirroring that back to you. So, it's like, yes, universe, bring it on. I want to stay in this super high vibe because you're going to love what's going to be mirrored into your life. This is what 5D energy is. You're not performing, you're not pleasing, and you're not playing small or shrinking yourself down into some mold to make other people happy and keep the peace. You're anchored in what feels good and true for you. And that's the energy the universe can actually respond to with so much magic and so many awesome surprises. And it's really that easy. That's when your relationships, your experiences, your connections, your opportunities, they all start to match who you really are in this new high frequency. In 5D living, you'll notice that some relationships will shift or fall off because when you start living from your soul instead of from old survival patterns, some relationships are going to fade away and some will rise to meet you at your new frequency. But the new human vibe doesn't bond from fear, from codependency, or from guilt. And the people who were comfortable in the old version of you, lower vibe, they might not know how to meet you here at your high vibe, and that's okay. Just stay high frequency and trust. The universe will align the rest, and it's always something better for you. So, how do you actually live as a new Earth human? How do you hold this frequency? Start your day every single day and tell yourself, I'm going to get in alignment. I'm going to choose to be super high vibe today. I'm going to choose what feels good. This is how I want to feel today. Don't wake up and run straight into the chaos. Get still, breathe, ground your energy. Choose that you're going to go high vibe today. Check your broadcast. Do this throughout your day. Ask yourself, what energy am I sending out right now? Am I choosing myself first? Am I choosing what feels good to me? Because I know that life mirrors back to me what I'm feeling and what energy I'm sending out, and it happens fast. So stop forcing and start allowing. When you force and try to control everything, you're basically telling the universe, you don't trust it. It's like you telling source, I've got this better than you do, let me just control this. That's why force always feels heavy and exhausting because you are working against the current. Allowing, on the other hand, is not sitting back and just doing nothing. It's moving from energetic alignment first. It's you being like, okay, cool. Like I'm going to get clear on my frequency first and how I want to feel. And I'll take the next step, which will be inspired action. It'll just kind of align for you. And it's going to feel in flow. It's not going to be forced. And then you're going to trust the next step. And the next one will appear after that with ease. Allowing feels so much lighter. You're in partnership with the universe instead of trying to strong arm it. Things happen so much faster when you allow because you're not blocking the flow with your fear and your control. And then the universe or source rushes in with all the good stuff. Your job is to choose you, and that keeps you in like super high, awesome vibes. And that's where all the good stuff comes in. So if something feels like you're dragging a boulder uphill, pause and get back into alignment. and ask yourself, am I forcing this or can I allow what's highest and best to just come to me? Can I allow that path to open for me? That's where the magic is at. Next, practice responding over reacting. So here's the difference. Reacting is automatic. It's your old programming running the show. Something triggers you, and before you even realize it, you're snapping back, defending yourself, or spiraling into fear. Reacting is all about survival. It's fast, it's emotional, and it's usually not aligned with who you really are. Responding is conscious. You feel the trigger, but instead of letting it control you, you have that quick little pause, you breathe, you ask yourself, what do I want to be in this moment? What's the higher perspective here? Responding gives you power because you're choosing your energy instead of letting the situation choose it for you. The difference is that reacting keeps you in 3D loops, replaying the same old patterns over and over again, keeping you low vibe, while responding elevates you and keeps you high vibe. It changes timelines, and that is what allows you to stay anchored in the 5D, no matter what is happening around you. So remember, your power is in your pause. That's when you shift timelines in an instant and all the good stuff flows in effortlessly. And here's the fun part. The universe responds so much faster in the 5D. When you start saying no to what's not aligned, the right thing shows up almost instantly. When you stop micromanaging and start trusting your energy, doors open like magic. You're not manifesting in the old way anymore. You are literally magnetizing, fun, magical, juicy, tantalizing experiences and connections to you. So, are you part of the New Human Vibe tribe? If you are here watching this and nodding along with me, then yeah, you probably are. This is about remembering who you've always been and choosing to live from that truth now. And the more of us who do this, the more we anchor in the new earth energy for everyone. Drop a comment below and tell me, like, what signs are you noticing in your own life? And if you want help stabilizing this frequency, grab my free energy shift guide below. I'll go ahead and link it. And so much gratitude to any of you who tune in and subscribe and turn on the bell because we're building a community with the new human vibe right here, right now. I want you to be a part of it. So much love.